Welcome back to Wings of Liberty campaign. Last time we got through the most difficult mission in the whole campaign, but that's just because I want to kill a lot of units. Now, if you click on the crystal again, it just gives you the prophecy. So now we're back in a Terran campaign. We're doing Terran missions, and we basically got a lot of new things. Like, if you take a look at the armory, our upgrades are sort of, like, we were saving up a lot of resources, so we picked up Orbital, and I think we picked this up as well. Yeah, we picked that up as well. So we got our Orbital, which will give us a good economy boost, and we also got all those research things. We got nice things like science vessels, like the energy thing for our medics, so our medics never really run out. Now, if we had that for Protoss, then the Philidals wouldn't have ran out of energy, which means we might have picked up a few more hybrids.
We still need to access the adjutant we retrieved from Tarsonis. Our old mercenary associate, Colonel Orlin, is an expert in Confederate code decryption. If our intel's right, he should still be based at the Merc Haven at Dead Man's Port. He's not very trustworthy, but he's our best bet of breaking that encryption.
We're just gonna leave Tyrador there. Screw Tychus's, screw Duran Lime.
Dead Man's Port. It's risky just waiting here with all these mercenaries around. Colonel Orlin's sure taking his time decrypting that adjutant for us.
Yeah, I'm getting a bad feeling about this.
Incoming transmission.
James, Orlan decrypted your adjutant, but he's planning to sell it to the Dominion. Must have been something exciting in there. He wants me to keep you off his back until they arrive.
That's nice, Mira. But why are you telling me all this?
Because I like you and Matthew better than him, of course. Match Orlan's offer, and I will help you take him out instead. He's paying in minerals, so I'll give you the same deal.
Done. Always a pleasure, Mira.
Don't take too long now. If Orlan comes up with the goods first, I will have to side with him. Oh, and say hello to Matthew for me. Ask him why he never calls.
It's gonna be hard to get minerals down there. We'll have to find salvage if we're gonna hire Mira before Orlin does. You think she'll help Orlin, sir?
She's a mercenary. She'll help whoever pays the most.
Now this mission should be relatively easy. Now that you got all your upgrades, especially siege tank damage, you can push up the front after hiring Mira, but I'm going to take a different approach. Something that I picked up from Kigesui. It's basically why we got the siege tanks. It's very important to have siege tanks before you do this. I mean, technically you could do this faster than what I'm doing, but I like to take down Orlin's bases first.
What's going on?
What I'm talking about is, of course...
All right, boys. We got a deal with Mira Han. Now let's get to work and get that adjutant back.
Like, Orlin's command center, you don't have to hire Mira to beat it down, because, like, down the ledge there's a small space where your siege tanks is actually in range. So all you need is a spotter, and we have science vessels and Vikings, and then you can just attack things.
It should be pretty easy to collect enough scrap to pay Mira off.
Also, I would recommend that you... do we get siege tanks? Can't... No. Right. We don't have siege tanks.
Not enough energy.
Oh, I guess we'll have to put up that and get regular tanks. I don't know if it requires Tech Lab.
This better be good. SCV ready. You gonna give me orders?
Now, is there any enemies here? I feel like we can take these guys down without any medics. And of course we went and did that. Let's go ahead and get this. Let's go ahead and get that. Of course this thing is automatic, so everyone hurry up.
In the rear.
Incoming transmission.
I left a little present out here for you and Matthew. I never got to give it to him last time you boys were here.
Damn, Chewie. Those vulture bikes?
would I, Tychus? We can use them to lay mines around our base to hold off Orlan.
Those shredders are constantly producing scrap we can salvage. We should check this area again later.
Well, I managed to beat down the guys with guns. Vultures also help.
Add-on complete.
Like, you do deal that extra damage to light. Oh, great. Vultures do help. They deal extra damage against light. Add the SCVs, we can't have him mine. The more he mines, the harder this mission becomes. Shoot the medics. Basically working towards the guys with guns at this point. I don't like Marauders in here because Marauders will only smash buildings faster, and literally the only building he has is one command center at each base. And we're going to be using siege tanks to smash everything else anyways.
Additional supply depots required.
I can't build here. Roger. Big job, huh? In the rear with the gear. Huh? Been waiting on
Now, did we collect everything here? Yes, we did. Well, we missed one, but that's okay.
Mineral field depleted.
So now we're going to be working towards the left-hand side of the map. So what we want to do is we want to mine up this top side of the map. Isn't that convenient? Just attack right into this, getting their ass kicked.
You scared me. You gonna give me orders?
Come on, Orlan. I need to go and smash your base before dinner time.
Need some triage?
Additional supply depots required.
Feel like that's actually all the army we need.
Orders received. Huh? Woohoo! Overtime.
Feel like mules on this mission is just so imbalanced. And so worthless at the same time. Mostly because there's no minerals on here.
Upgrade complete.
I guess I can grab a second one of these. I mean, we do need them.
Upgrade complete.
And the reason I say we don't care about Orlan is because Orlan gets minerals very, very slowly once you kill off all his stuff. I won't even bother picking up all this garbage. I'll just go right for his command center.
Mineral field.
That's fine. Been waiting on you.
Okay, now to clean up the secondary objectives, to clean up this, and also pick up our science vessels.
By the numbers.
Maybe getting Goliath here is not a bad idea.
Oh yeah. Orders received. Ready to roll out. Of course.
Add-on complete.
Go, go, go.
Okay, so we got this going on now. We'll get 2 science vessels and 4 Vikings. That should be enough to secure our win.
Yes, sir.
And until then, I'll just, I guess I'll pick up minerals. I mean, nothing wrong with that.
Bad news.
The automatic refinery, we can lift off our primary base and start mining somewhere else. potentially losing the base, but absolutely zero shits given. I'll probably keep one in here in case, like, we ran out of commands.
Who wants some? Armed and ready.
I am always a fan of smashing shit. Goodbye. Taka.
Of course. Will do.
Pick that shit up off the floor. Now, this is actually one of the parts I never discovered until recently. Also because of kigesui. Like, I basically picked up everything on the map except for this tiny spot. I always thought this was impassable terrain. You never have ramps pointing up in this game. That's why. That's why.
Additional supply depots required.
You guys serious? Unfortunately, supply drop is not available in the campaign. Okay, so this is basically where the tanks should be placed.
Can't wait. Affirmative. Sure.
Feel like that was a wasted stim, but we have essentially free energy at this point. Like, it's not free, but we're never going to run out.
Forward to it. Go, go, go. Ready to butter.
I feel like we could have done a lot better if we started the starports earlier. Oh, we lost one guy with a gun. Whoops. We lost another one. Whoops. I feel like Orlan is losing a lot more. Viking counts. Okay, we've done enough dicking around. Ah, one more wouldn't hurt.
That's fine.
Transmit orders.
What's up?
So the problem here is that there's a battlecruiser. That's the only problem we're going to run into here. Which is why I got the Vikings and the science vessels. Science vessels are better spotters than Vikings. The Vikings will take out the battlecruiser.
You ready for war?
Where is it? Where's the battlecruiser? Where's it hiding?
Certainly.
It's not under the... It's not in my stove.
Armed and
Receiving headquarters.
let's get into the fight.
Greetings.
There. There's a retard magnet. Oh, there we go. So there's the command. You guys, can you attack that? Nope. I guess it positioned them in the wrong command.
Under attack.
I think only one of them can attack that.
Base is under attack.
Well, at least it can cover. Did we just lose a thing?
Yeah. You gonna give me orders? Sure thing. Keep your shit.
Oh no, the medic died. Have to make more. Still working well. I don't know where the battlecruiser went. It clearly didn't die. I guess it just knows better than to approach this. I don't blame it.
All right, I surrender. Just take your damn engine off.
I ought to do the universal favor and shoot down. Too bad I might need to hire you someday. Now let's get that adjutant back to the Hyperion and have ourselves a little chat with her.
That dialogue is actually different if you purchase Mira's contract. It's little touches like that that makes the campaign good. Not boss battles like Zervin. So while I do appreciate all the little doodads they added with the death animations, I still think this one is probably better in terms of like overall design.
Sir, the decrypted adjutant is back in the lab and ready to go.
Well, old girl, we dug you up on Tarsonis. Were you online during the Zerg attack? Do you remember anything about Arcturus Menks being involved?
Menks, Arcturus, ex-Confederate officer, civilian prospector, founder and leader of the Sons of Korhal terrorist group. Status, criminal. Accessing intercepted transmission 0081 to 0086 Alpha.
This is Duke. The emitters are secured and online.
Who authorized the use of psi emitters?
I did, Lieutenant.
What? The Confederates on Antigua were bad enough, but now you're gonna use the Zerg against an entire planet? This is insane!
She's right, man. Think this through.
I have thought it through. Believe me. You all have your orders. Carry them out. I will not be stopped. Not by you, or the Confederates, or the Protoss, or anyone. I will rule this sector, or see it burnt to ashes around me.
Holy... I can't believe it. We can nail Menks to the wall with this.
And now we have money. Here's the final Protoss upgrade tank entry thing. Now, as for the primary upgrades, or not the primary upgrades, just the Protoss upgrades, I say this one is definitely better. I don't think that's too much of an argument, since this one's kind of garbage. It doesn't get you more production. Yes, it does get your units to where you need them, but chances are you won't be reinforcing your army. I think this might be better if you're doing speedruns, although this one allows you more production. So, again, this one is better by every single use case I can think of. Now that we have a little bit of money, let's take a look at the hangar. First of all, spider mines, I guess. The predecessor to the Whittle mine. I'd say that they're not imbalanced. They're pretty good, even a little bit weaker because of the better targeting AI in StarCraft 2. Whittle mines are just garbage. I cannot. They one-hit a clump of Templar. Their splash damage is enough to one-hit high Templar. A huge clump of them. That's bullshit.
Those mercs are still using vultures. Can you believe it? Damn things are death traps, even when you ain't got people shooting at you.
Careful now, Swan. My old vulture saved my skin more times than I care to remember. I ain't gonna listen to you trash talk a classic piece of engineering like that.
Classic? I suppose you can call them that. Of course, most folks like a bike that don't explode on them when the repeller seals freeze up, or the fuel cells start leaking radioactive waste. But hey, who cares if it's a classic, right?
No one likes a smartass, Swan.
Now, do we have anything else to buy? I know we want ghost upgrades, and I know we want... Actually, I think we just need ghost upgrades. We'll need Banshee or Viking upgrades depending on the final mission, but I feel like we don't need anything now. Alright, siege tank upgrades. There's that. So now our core army composition, or anything we're trying to use, is finished. That's good.
If Mirahan calls, I'm just busy.
Okay, Matt. Do we have any more conversations here? Of course there is.
Emperor, much has been written in regards to the tragic fall of Tarsonis. Toloski's investigative documentary, Imperial Dawn, even claims that you brought down the Confederate system by assuring Tarsonis' fall.
I've heard these conspiracy theories before, but the fact remains. The Zerg invaded Tarsonis en masse, and no force in the universe could have stopped their onslaught. It was a very terrible day.
Toloski's film highlights the seeming convenience of the aliens annihilating a corrupt government that you yourself spent a lifetime trying to overthrow.
Millions died that day, and you speak to me of convenience? Yes, I strove against the evils of the old Confederacy, but never with the object of personal gain.
When I was called upon to take up the heavy burden of leadership, I did so only to ensure our continuing survival as a species.
Striking words from the Emperor himself. Up next, Zerglings allergic to lemon juice, old wives' tale, or new super weapon in the fight for humanity.
Or are they allergic to Duran lime?
I gotta know. Just what was it went down between you and Mengsk? Seems you boys were tight once.
I used to think Mengsk be a force for change. Fought alongside him right up until Tarsonis. That's where he crossed the line, by using Zerg to murder the whole planet. He left Kerrigan there to die because she called him out on it. Turned out he was just as rotten as the Confederacy ever was.
Damn. You sure know how to pick your friends, Jimmy.
Tosh?
Mercenaries are so untrustworthy. Not like rebels and pirates, right?
You know, we gotta get all the quotes out of Tosh because we're getting rid of him. I don't even think... Actually, I think I've loaded that before. I loaded a Tosh on Char. Like, I loaded a save where I didn't get rid of Tosh, and I'm pretty sure he didn't follow me on Char. And I think that's it. Anything we missed? Nothing here. Nothing here. And I guess that's it.